It's December 17th, 2024, and we're on section B of our initial reading today, and we're talking to Mr. John Jeckovich about his book, Their Mother's Sons. How are you feeling today, Mr.?
Very good, very good. Chipper.
Chipper, you're looking fine, and I
Chipper,
guess
yeah.
you're very chipper.
Got my fingernails cut.
Got your hair done, your
Got a haircut.
Shave, you're in fine shape. So I can start on the book, but I'll need your dog tag number.
42965.
Perfect. And part B, Mr. Jeckovich was a Company H with Company H of the 2nd Battalion of the 291st Regiment of the 75th Infantry Division of the U.S. Army during World War II. Mr. Jeckovich lives by the motto, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift. Mr. Jeckovich will be soon knocking on the door of 100 years old. He'll be celebrating his 79th anniversary of his 21st birthday. Wow.
21st birthday, yeah.
Unbelievable, Mr. Jeckovich. You beat the game.
Yeah, I beat the game, yeah.
You beat the system. If you're listening to this now and you're 40 years old, unfortunately you have a 10% chance of making it to 100. That's just a fact. Not too many people make it to this big number. Okay, so where the hell are we? Where the hell are we? We're reading Mr. Jeckovich's Their Mother's Sons, and that takes you from him about 11 years old to his long retirement. How many years were you retired for?
40.
Oh my God. 40 years retired.
1980.
Jeez.
1980 I retired,
You
yeah.
have no complaints. You have a beautiful retirement. Your retirement is longer than most people's lives. You did quite well. You're a very fortunate man. So, do you want me to read a few pages, or you want to?
No, go ahead, read it, go ahead.
Oh. Something came into the text. Do you know anything about it?
No, she's not
Where's
there.
the staff?
I don't know where she's at.
Where the hell is the staff? 6 people on staff, and they all go on the coffee break at the same time. Unbelievable. But what are you going to do? So, I guess I'll just start reading. Let's see here. Okay, we're on chapter 22, Wedding Jitters and a New Life. Page 677. Mendelssohn's deliver the furniture and rugs. Who's Mendelssohn's?
Mendelssohn's a big furniture store, reliable furniture store. Yeah.
Okay.
On Main Street.
In Niagara Falls, right?
Yeah.
So Mendelssohn's delivered the furniture and rugs Tuesday afternoon, and it took several hours to deliver everything upstairs and set it up.
Delphine got all excited.
Who was your mother, Delphine?
Yeah.
I had buffed the perimeter of all the wood floors so they'd be able to lay out the padding for the carpeting in its designated area. At that time, rather than leaving it rolled up for a later date. As the movers were placing various pieces of furniture throughout the apartment, I suddenly thought of Renee and almost felt her presence here. I knew that this all met with her approval, and she gave us her blessings. When the movers had left and everything was in place, Mother and Sally came up to see how it all looked. Sally was impressed with the entire apartment, and I thought a little envious, which I thought was perfectly natural. Mother was enthralled about the new furniture and went from room to room, exclaiming her wonderment as she viewed each room.
Well, see, my mother, when we were there, we were at Mendelssohn's at 11 o'clock that night.
Wow.
The night before.
So your mother was helping you make the decisions.
Yeah.
That's so nice. She was generally and sincerely displaying her emotions, and I truly believe she had her good intentions at heart, and she was happy for us. After the initial excitement has abated somewhat, we sat in the living room discussing and commenting on the various pieces and how they had come to choose this particular piece of furniture over another of equal quality. The discussions ultimately came down to how much it cost and whether I had paid cash or was going to make monthly payments. So what did you do, pay cash?
We paid I paid the cash, yeah.
So you didn't have to bother with
Now,
monthly
see, I had money in the bank
You
then when I
saved.
was young, yeah.
Good. I immediately related that I had paid cash for the furniture and rugs, as I did not want to pay an interest charge for several years. Mother next asked if Delphina contributed anything to the payment.
I pretend I didn't hear her. But what was Delphine gonna do?
I did hear her. Without hesitating, I said yes. She had given a substantial amount, most of her savings giving toward it. Mother approved and nothing further was said regarding the paying of the furniture.
23.
Did you have a text?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we got a text.
What?
Can I see the note where it came from?
I think it's right there. Can I just give it to you?
I don't have nothing. Show me where my text is.
Yeah, I handed it to you.
Okay, I got it right here. I got the Parker. Okay, hand it over to him. We got something from the Parker family from Sarnia.
Sarnia.
What?
Sarnia.
Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. They love the show. This is from the Parker family from Sarnia, Ontario, and they love the show.
Look at this.
There you go. What is it? Oh, she later says her father was a Canadian Mounted Police.
Yeah, put that something before I.
Isn't that nice? We'll show everybody what it looks like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop it.
Okay, all right.
Where is this from? Canada?
Yeah.
Sarnia, Canada, Ontario, from the Parker family. Her father was a Canadian Mounted Police officer, and her grandfather was in World War II.
Turn it around so we can see it. Turn it around.
There we go. Okay. Thank you, the Parker family, very much. It'll make sure we get a nice letter out to the Parker
Oh, he's
family.
cute.
From, yeah.
Yeah, hang that on a shelf there or something,
Okay.
yeah. I think you set it up, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a thoughtful gift.
Yeah,
Very
thank
nice.
you, Parker family.
Yeah, that's good,
Kind
yeah.
of made our day a little bit more interesting. A little bit more interesting.
Thank you very much.
I hope you're sending thank you letters.
I will send a thank you letter to the Parkers.
Okay, let's see where we are. I called Delphine that night and told her the arrival of the furniture and how it looked. She was excited all over again and wanted to come down right away, but realized the lateness of the hour and said she settled for coming this Saturday as planned. She dwelled on my reaction to the appearance of the apartment and what I thought of it. I stated that I was impressed and I wanted to sleep here tonight. Did you sleep there tonight?
No.
She was amused by my revelation and did remark that she would join me. I told her to come down, but she only laughed embarrassing and quickly changed the subject. We talked for a while longer, and there were arrangements for the time I met her from the bus on Saturday. She confirmed everything, and I explained to her on reaching the falls and where to get off on Buffalo Avenue. At that time, were there a lot of factories on Buffalo Avenue?
Same thing they are now, yeah.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed.
She closed by saying that she loved me and was anxious to see the apartment. I did ask her if possible to get a small cake from Brzezinski's so that we could have a small celebration in our new home. She agreed and stated that she would accompany her father to the bakery, as she usually went there on Saturday mornings. She repeated that she loved me and closed our conversation. Where were you calling from, the train station?
Say that?
Were you calling Delphine from the train station?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't call her at home, no.
Okay. It was snowing lightly when I met Delphine at the bus stop on Saturday morning. I could see that she was having a difficult time trying to contain herself in anticipation of seeing the apartment. She looked ravishing and alluring in her short trim outer jacket over her navy blue knit skirt. She was wearing a fur-lined shoe boots due to the snow. Somehow she looked very enticing in wearing them, with her silken legs glittering in the new fallen snow. I kissed her gently as our bodies momentarily touched. As we drove the short distance to the house, how far was the bus to your house?
Half a mile.
As we drove the short distance to the house, she sat close to me. I took her hand into mine and stated that she looked radiant and I would like nothing better to be alone with her the rest of the day. She glanced at me questioning, and I said that she wanted to see the apartment. She was all excited about it, and I replied I was only excited about her. She only smiled and squeezed my hand slightly. Wow, it must have been a lot of snow out. We reached the house, and it was snowing harder. I took hold of Delphine's arm, and we walked up to the side door. Did you always enter through the side door?
Yeah.
I took her hand and walked up to the side door. Mother greeted us at the landing and invited us into the kitchen. Her demeanor was warm and cordial. Delphine removed her shoe boots and slipped into a pair of high-heeled pumps before she entered the kitchen. Mother had made some coffee along with her homemade cheesecake. How was the cheesecake?
That was good, yeah.
Very
My
good.
mother made it, yeah.
Yeah. We sat around the kitchen table chatting about the furniture and how it looked upstairs. I knew Delphine was anxious to see the apartment, but she would not deter Mother from the little bit of socializing. Instead, she listened patiently and attentively. After a while, Mother suggested we go upstairs by ourselves and that she would come up later. She thought it was only fitting and proper that we would see the apartment together for the first time, to spend a little time absorbing it all. So when Delphine went up the first time, how'd she like the apartment?
How she entered the apartment?
How'd she like the apartment?
Well, she started to cry.
She liked it that much?
Yeah, she started to cry, yeah.
That's beautiful. That's truly beautiful.
Yeah.
You got a great memory, because I think the next chapter says exactly that. I was thankful for her consideration and realized once again that she could be thoughtful and contemplative person when she wanted to be. That's your mother. Your mother could be thoughtful when she wanted to be.
Oh, yeah.
I had Delphine cover her eyes before she entered the kitchen, and I could see the delight and anticipation she displayed as I guided her into the kitchen. When I told her to uncover her eyes, she just stood there in awe and in adoration. From her vantage point in the kitchen, she obtained an overall view of the kitchen, the dining room, and the living room. At one time, was there doors dividing those rooms?
No, there was room. Kitchen, dining room, and living room.
But was there ever doors dividing them?
No.
No, okay.
There were arches.
Arches. So, kitchen obtained the overview of the kitchen and everything she was viewed. Then she slowly walked through the dining room with the new dining room set and into the living room. That dining room set you still have now.
Yeah,
80 years ago, how much that dining room set cost?
$175, I guess.
So 80 years later, that dining room set is still at your house.
Yeah,
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And they came right from Mendelssohn's, right?
yeah, Mendelssohn,
And they
yeah.
won a hell of a commercial. She stood in the middle of the living room and viewing all the furniture, including the 3-cushion couch as an accompanying chair to one side of the room. At the opposite end was a tan leather easy chair that sprung open into its leg rest when you sat down. On each end of the couches was a mahogany step table with leather inserts.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
And you still have that today.
Yeah.
So it's mahogany and it's
And an insert inside, yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And that lasted 80 years.
Oh, yeah.
How much did the end tables cost?
That end table for medicine probably cost $200.
For both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you still have them today. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, like I said, we were at medicine at 11 o'clock that night.
So now they're antiques.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And on each end of the couch was a mahogany step table with a leather insert of each of its surfaces. That was nice. On top of each table sat a large red china lamp with a huge red shade top.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah. I remember
You
that.
still have those?
Yeah, I remember that. We got that from medicine too.
In my
No,
opinion,
he gave us free.
huh?
When he bought all that first, he gave us the table light free.
Wow. In my opinion, that set the tone of the entire living room. So she was very impressed with your choices,
Yeah.
right? Page 680. In the front window was a large cherry table with a leather insert. On top of the table was another huge china lamp with an elaborate shade
Yeah.
that discerned elegance in the entire room. There was no television set. Why was there no television
We
set?
didn't have them then.
Didn't have them then, that's right. Only a small GE table radio tucked into one of the steps at the end of the end table.
Yeah, I listened to that radio all the time.
Isn't that funny? Your mother has a little kitchen clock, and you have that kitchen clock today in your garage.
Yeah.
It hasn't missed a second.
And yeah,
And what did that kitchen clock cost 80 years ago?
probably $25.
If that,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's still working.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When it stopped with its power failure, and then it started right up.
Yeah. The floors were covered except for the 3-foot border of the exposed oak flooring with beige rug and a significant padding beneath it. Was that apartment hardware floors to begin with? Was that
Yeah, tongue and groove, yeah.
all the thing?
Yeah.
Why'd you change it then? Why'd you make it carpet?
She wanted the rug.
Okay. Adding its luxury and texture when you walked on it. There was no overhead lights in the ceiling, and the only lighting for the entire room was being furnished by 3 table lamps, which added a definite ambiance to the whole room. Delphine was thrilled by it all as she gaze shifted from one end of the room to another. She was in a state of wonderment at the entire scope of it, and could not express fully the sense of delight and pride that was overflowing within her. I took her into the larger 2 bedrooms with its queen-size bed and 2 large down-filled pillows at the head of it. Besides the bed was a night table with a lamp on top of it. There's also a chest of drawers in one corner, and directly opposite bed was a large dresser with an oversized mirror attached to it. On the dresser was a small lamp with cream-colored bell-shaped shade. In the room was a ceiling light with a simple rectangular shade which had 2 light bulbs suspended in the fixture. The floor was covered with a beige-pink rug, slightly darker than those in the living room and dining room. As in the other rooms, there were a wood floor border polished to a glowing sheen which set off the rug. Minutes?
9.
Who polished it?
I did.
And how did you get it so shiny?
Well, I rubbed it down with steel wool and everything.
So it was a big job.
Yeah, well, then I could kneel down and
But
everything.
that house is only about, at this time, only about 10 years old, right?
Well, 1936.
So it's about 10 years old?
Yeah.
Not much more. Amazing. So when you moved in it, there was no TVs to speak of?
No. It was just a radio, a small little radio.
No air conditioning to speak of?
No, we put that feathers in there. That feather
Later.
went from the living room, dining room, and bedroom.
And it's still there today?
And yeah, that feather's done good, boy. Cool that house.
Right down. She peered over the oversized bed, quickly glanced at me, and walked into the smaller bedroom. It was furnished sparingly, with only a tan-colored rug and my old secretary desk from downstairs. You still have that old secretary desk?
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
Then we bought that at Levy's for $25.
No kidding. Where'd you buy that?
Levy's.
Levy's?
On
Was that
Pine
another
Avenue.
big furniture store?
Huh?
Was that another big furniture store?
Levy's? No, it was a small furniture store on Pine
Are
Avenue.
they still in business?
No.
Wow, you still have almost all that damn furniture. That's amazing. I took her hand and drew her to me, preparing to kiss her, when she suddenly released my hand and stood up. I don't think we better get into that, she said. What if your mother walked into the kitchen? What would she think? That's a good point. I knew she was correct, and I rose from the couch and walked to the kitchen. How do you like the stove? It was a griddle in the middle.
Estate, it was an estate stove, yeah.
What kind of stove?
Estate.
What's that mean?
EST was the name of the stove.
Oh, really?
Oven in it and 4 grills, electric
Wow.
grills on top.
It's got a griddle in the middle of it, just to the right for hot cakes and grilled cheese sandwiches. Did your wife make good grilled cheese sandwiches?
Yeah.
Was she a good cook?
Yeah.
She was.
No, but then, well, no, she wasn't because Delphine hasn't taught her how to cook yet.
Okay, so
And my mother didn't taught her how to cook yet.
So your mother taught Delphine how to cook.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you a good cook?
I filled in when Delphine got stuck on something, yeah.
She stood next to me, one hand on her hip, and the left leg jauntily set into a sensuous angle that accented her trim ankle. I put my arm around her waist, reaching up. She smiled and moved close to me, and our bodies were touching. Don't smudge my lipstick, she cautioned me. She quickly related that she would obtain some kitchenware from several bridal showers. Oh, Delphine had a bridal shower then, huh?
Yeah.
That turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
That were planned for her. She also mentioned that her parents would buy us a kitchen set for a wedding present. I reiterated that my mother would give us a refrigerator for a wedding present. Oh, that's nice. And they both should be forthcoming in the next week or so. So by the time you moved in there, you're all set.
Yeah.
You had a kitchen, operating.
Well, we're still on the second floor, though.
Well, it doesn't matter. Second floors is nice.
Yeah.
What's wrong? Second floors are nice. And so you had a refrigerator, kitchen set, and a new stove. We
Estate.
both
Yeah, the stove was an estate, yeah.
Yeah. We both walked through the rooms once again, selecting various items to discuss and comment upon. Delphine would tell me what she planned on doing for curtains in a small bedroom, kitchen, and bathroom. The windows in the living room were draped with lined drawer drapes, as were the windows.
There were double windows there.
Very thick. Yeah.
Yeah.
They kept out the cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where'd you get that from?
Mendelson.
Okay. They ran in colors from red to yellow, to black, all in perfect harmony with the accompanying furniture. Minutes, please. Delphine would just walk from room to room, marveling at what she saw and pointed out.
And then she started to cry. Oh.
4 minutes, 4.5.
Yeah, then she started to cry.
So she was really happy with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how you remembered all these details.
Why?
You have these details down on that first apartment like it's unbelievable. You remembered everything from the leather inserts to how the edges of the floor were polished.
Yeah, the rug that wasn't covered the floor, but it left the border all the way around. I scraped all that off, sanded it all off, repolished it,
That
revised
was a
it.
big job.
Well, don't forget, I was only 19 years old.
Yeah, so you had a lot of energy, yeah. And then also, so at that time there was no TV, we didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Did you have a telephone?
Well, I had a telephone on the wall in the dining room, in the living room.
And with the modern telephones today, they're always working off of computer. How would you rate the telephone you had?
Well, we were not on a family call, we were separate, we were private call.
I see, but what about the reliability?
It was good. You called Bell's phone, I never had any trouble with that phone.
How about your phone at your house today?
You call them all the time, you can't hear, it's static, you
Well,
can't
you can't get
dial.
out if the Wi-Fi's down.
These are all
Yeah.
computer phones are not as
Computer
good.
phones today, yeah.
Yeah,
So they were much better back then.
yeah.
Do you remember getting your first TV?
Yeah, it was a small brown TV, 10-inch, 24-inch TV.
And where'd you put that?
Put that in the living room on the table.
And how many channels did you get?
I think we got 5 channels.
5 channels. And what time did TV stations shut off at?
What?
What
No,
time?
10 o'clock they shut down.
Shut them all down.
Yeah.
You don't get to watch TV after
And
10.
what did you watch there? Primarily the news?
No, we watched Lawrence Welk, and we watched the Battalion Girl Orchestra, and we watched, we didn't watch too much news, but we watched then the other one was Phil Susanna, Lawrence Welk, and who was the other big band leader? Glenn Miller.
Glenn Miller. He's been dead now for 80 years,
Yeah.
and no one still knows where the hell he is.
Yeah, he got lost,
No one
yeah.
knows where he is. But, so let me understand this. What was the 3 things you watched? You said Glenn Miller,
Lawrence Welk.
Lawrence Welk, what was the other one?
The band leaders?
No, who else, what did you else watch on TV?
We watched
Yeah, Lawrence.
Lawrence Welk, Glenn Miller, and Phil All-Purcell, the Girl Orchestra.
Oh, what kind was that? Was that good?
I mean, the All-Girl Orchestra, yeah, where they sang, they were a good band leader, it was a good band they had.
Yeah. That's quite a challenge to be an all-girl anything back
Yeah.
then.
Did
Yeah.
they have any TV shows?
Huh?
Did they have any television shows?
The color wasn't on yet, no.
Black and
You
white.
had black and white, and it was like about a 12-inch set, right?
Yeah,
It was about 12-inch minutes, please.
Minute and a half.
So it was a black and white TV.
And how did you have did you have an antenna outside or was it inside?
What?
An antenna.
antenna was on a chimney.
Did you put that up yourself?
Yeah.
That was dangerous.
Well,
That's 2 stories up.
yeah, it was 2 stories up, yeah. And I
Did you-
had a crawl on that slanted roof.
Would you ever think of doing that today?
No,
Yeah, no, it was right. Wow, you climbed up that 2-story, sliding on the roof. Did you do this during the winter?
it was the fall, it was cold out, yeah.
And did that hook up to your mother's TV downstairs too?
Yeah,
Was she happy?
well, oh yeah, if I had one TV, she had to have a TV
So she
too.
was happy, right?
She'd be
You had to buy
pissing in
2
the
of
morning.
everything for
You
sure.
had to buy, it's like Noah's Ark.
Right.
You had to buy 2 of everything. Your mother'd be mad, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
2 of everything.
20 seconds.
Wow, that must have been a challenge getting up on that steep roof. 2 stories up, lots of snow.
Yeah.
And then the band got rotted out, I'd go back up and put a new band on it.
Oh no.
Oh, wow. We're wrapping it up like 8 seconds.
Oh Wow.
I guess we'll pick it up tomorrow.
Wow, that's challenging.
What do you wanna watch now?